If you're stuck in a rut, but you still feel like you're training really hard, you're giving everything you got, you're exhausted, you're doing all the right things that you are aware of, and there's nothing coming up on the radar as something that's drastically wrong with training, but you're not seeing improvements, you're not seeing the needle move, you're not seeing PRs, you're not seeing any form of improvement. Now, the wider community will say to you that, you're failing, you're doing something wrong, and that would generally make you feel bad for no improvement. And I've said for a long period of time, and I've definitely experienced this as well, is that, man, I think the norm is a plateau. Like, people are like, you're in a plateau. Of course you're in a plateau, dude. Like, if you're not in a plateau, that means that you are linearly progressing constantly, and by the time you're 10, 15 years into your training, you'll be lifting 5 tons. Training is not like what people think it's going to be. It's not going to be like the first 6 months or 12 months of your training, where every single time you freaking rock up, there's an improvement. Visible, you feel it. There's very measurable improvement. That noob gain or first year of training, that's going to last. And that tricks a lot of us. And we get disheartened in this intermediate phase where we kind of hit a rut period where nothing's really clicking and you're still working harder than ever. You're basically doing the same stuff you were doing as a beginner, but yet you're not seeing the translation. I'm here to tell you that it is okay. It is okay. Have faith. Keep pushing. Sometimes, as a lifter that's been lifting 5 to 10 to 15 years plus, sometimes you get your PRs in bunches. And so me putting up 10 kilo PRs in the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks, that is unusual for somebody that's, spent 12 months last time between PRs, right? Before this period, last time I hit a PR was 12 months. It was like September last year. Before that, it was like probably another 18 months. And now I'm hitting like a whole bunch of PRs every single time I touch the bar. And even yesterday's PR, I feel like there's some room left on the bar. So maybe 227, 230. Wow. What's changed? Nothing has changed. I'm still training as hard as I ever have. And all those periods where I wasn't improving, that doesn't mean they were all wasted training sessions. Absolutely not. Sometimes you train, and there's something underneath the covers that's keeping you back. And then finally you address that thing after running around the block a few times, after trying all sorts of different exercises without real translation to the bar. But then once upon a time, you hit that particular weakness directly. And then it opens up the floodgates to all these gains, and then you experience gains because all the other stuff you've been addressing for a long period of time during this plateau, you've been strengthening all these other things. But this one little thing has been keeping you back. And then finally, you address that little thing, and then boom, the floodgates open. Every single time you improve that little weakness, noticeable gains, because all the other stuff has already been trained. So if you're training and you're doing all the things that we always talk about, there's a pump, there's exhaustion, there's DOMs, there's legit like perfect form, no pains and strains, and all the good stuff that we talk about in training, but nothing's translating to the bar. Have faith. It is coming. You just might get it in bunches when you finally address that one thing. But all of this effort that I did in my glute training, in my lower back training, in my quad training, my hamstring training, my calf training, all of these other things, all of this stuff is being strengthened way above the level that I was. But this one thing was just keeping me back. And then finally, I addressed it, and then boom, 10 kilo jump in the squat. You just have to have faith. Don't feel down when you're not improving. It is coming. It is coming. Just be patient and wait your turn. It is coming. And this is the lesson that I've learned this year. And I've forever felt this confidence, this inner peace inside me that if I continue to train like this, good things will happen. The answers will reveal themselves to me, and I will get there. Just have faith. Continue to have faith, and it will come. And this time around, this year, it's come in a big bunch. 10 kilos, man. If I was to improve 10 kilos at a time, man, in 5 years' time, I am squatting very near close to my all-time maximum. Will I get there or not? I'm not sure. Will this taper off? Probably. Will I stop and hit another plateau? Probably. All these things happen, but if I was improving 10 kilos over the last 2-3 years, I'd be happy with that. But they was just bunched up in one little period. And all in the rest of that period, I was just like left out, hang out dry, right? What's going on here? Have faith. Some people get it a kilo every couple of weeks. Some people get 10 every 18 months. Who knows? Stay with it. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.